to this episode of John's Motorcycle Rescue and Review. I am once again with Kawasaki's 1978 KZ1000 LTD. If you're like me and you like classic bikes from the 1970s and 1980s, please like and subscribe. I feature lots of great classic bike content on this channel. It's been a while since I've done an update to this project, and this past week I have been working on this project quite extensively. I have had the carbs on and off the bike probably 10 times in the last week. I have synchronized the carbs, I've changed the jetting in the carbs, and I'm getting really close. The bike is certainly drivable, and it's to the point where I can actually do a review on it now. I'm trying to get it that last little 5% where the carburation will be absolutely perfect, and I'll be happy with it. The eagle-eyed viewers out there will realize that I have changed the end cone on my exhaust here. In an attempt to get this bike to run exactly as it should, I put a Delcovic silencer on it that has an option for 3 different styles of baffle. You can either run it wide open, which is one option. You can run it with the core baffle that's in it. That's another option. And then it has a little insert that you can put in that as well. And that gives you the third option there. Right now I've got it running with the core and the insert in there. The nice thing is I noticed I've picked up a lot of mid-range by running this pipe on this bike. So I'm liking that. I probably will leave this cone on here instead of the Kirker. Looking at the end caps of the 2 cones, the Kirker is almost an open baffle system. It has a huge opening in the end of it, and it really doesn't give much back pressure to the exhaust. It's set up as a racing exhaust. And while that's great when you're just wide open and above 6,000 RPM all the time, it's not as great for the mid-range and for the drivability down low where you're normally driving the bike out on the road. This bike is actually running the Mikuni VM29 smoothbore carbs. And those carbs are actually racing carbs. They're designed for performance. The combination of aftermarket carbs and the air pods and the different exhausts on this bike means I have to go through and I've got to get all of my jets properly sized. I've got to get my needles at the proper clip. I've got to get my float height set precisely. And then I've got to synchronize the carbs precisely to get this bike to run 100% across the board. This is not how it came from factory. And what I'm fighting is the combination of all of these different parts and getting everything to play together as they should. As I said, I'm close. The bike is certainly drivable. I put on several hundred miles this week alone in trying to get these things perfectly sorted. And I'm not quite there yet, but I'm continuing to work on this. I haven't forgotten this project. Once the carburation is fully dialed in, I'm looking forward to putting a complete set of the A model KZ1000 bodywork on this bike. Now the side covers are the same, the tail section is the same, but the tank on the A model is a little bit lower and a little bit wider than it is on the LTD. But the nice thing is you can just pop it on and it fits in place of this. I'm already running the A model seat, which is the flat seat, and I just like the look of the A model KZ1000 a little bit better than the KZ1000 LTD. The good news is with this bike, it does run and shift very nicely. It pulls strong throughout the rev range. My only carburation issue I have is below 8th throttle on the current setup. Another good thing is not only does this bike shift nicely and pull nicely when under load, the ergonomic setup on it is very comfortable. I've changed the bars out. I've got the steel braided lines, so the brakes on this bike are actually fantastic. It really stops nicely. The handling right now is hampered somewhat by these original style shocks. These aren't ones that are original for the KZ1000 LTD, but I have some aftermarket shocks that I'll probably put on, and it will give the bike some better damping. These are just very harsh. They don't give much in the way of suspension in the back. All right, I'm really looking forward to doing a review on this bike. As always, I hope you found this video entertaining and informative, and until next time, enjoy the ride.